Hi, I'm right here at the base of Mars Hill in Athens in Greece. Mars Hill was where Paul came and preached that famous sermon about the unknown God whom the Greeks and the intellectuals had an altar. And this plaque here, which I believe was written in 1938, talks to us about his sermon. And we will now go up to Mars Hill, which is also called the Areopagus, and I will share more with you. I believe this would have been one of the original entrances into the Areopagus. Now, the Areopagus was really a court or a gathering place of all the intellectuals, the philosophers, and they would stand here and they would sit around here just talking and listening to various ideas. And there was one theologian who said that when Paul came and he began to share, it may have been illegal for him because speaking about a foreign god would have been illegal, and sometimes I guess, even death. But yet Paul took that choice, he made that choice to come and present Jesus crucified and who God is right here in this place. So here I am right on top of Mars Hill, or in the days of Paul it was known as the Areopagus. And in the Bible, in the book of Acts chapter 17, we are told of Paul and his team and their journey. They started in the north, in Thessaloniki, and then he preached there and there was problems, and then he went to Berea, and then in Berea again he preached, but yet people were coming to attack him, and so the faithful believers put Paul onto a ship, and they shipped him down to Athens, and he was actually waiting for his team, like members who were like Silas. And while he was in Athens, his spirit was really disturbed because he saw that the whole city was given to idols. And then someone brought him here to the Areopagus, and he came and he began to talk to many of them about who this unknown God was. And it's interesting, the way he approached them was not to attack them, but he said, I believe that you are people who are seeking. I believe people, you are, very religious. And he said, here is the known God. You're worshiping an unknown God because you're seeking him. But remember, you can seek him and you can find him, and he is not so far. And Paul also mentioned to them and said that, God is not a God made of gold or silver or of any statues, but he is a living God, and we are his children, and therefore there is breath, there is life in him. And there was an amazing sermon that was preached on that day. Now, out of his time here in Athens, there were a few who actually came to Christ. One was Dionysius, and another was Damaris. And from here, Paul went to Corinth, and that's where he met with the church and he ministered there. But just look behind me, you see a huge temple, and this is the temple of Athena. This is where where they had the major, I would say, religious center in the city of Athens. They said that there were over 1,000 or 2,000 temple prostitutes, much more maybe. There was a lot of sexual immorality happening, and that this is a stronghold of paganism for even the Greek world. But yet, the amazing thing is that the Apostle Paul, he comes here with such boldness, with such a heart to share the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so, he preaches the word here, and he shares with them, and he stays here. So I wanted to just bring you a little glimpse of where this place is. And it's such an amazing moment when you are standing right where the Apostle Paul would have stood, and where he would have presented the God who's all who the creator God, whom he who loved the world, who was resurrected, who was crucified, resurrected. And even today for us, we too have that same opportunity in a world where there is paganism, there is whatever, that we have the opportunity to share the good news of Jesus Christ as Paul did. He's a great example for us in a world where people are hungering, they are thirsting, and they are seeking. And as he says, in the words of Paul, I want to close with this quotation in Acts 17 verse 27, that they should seek God and perhaps feel their way towards him and find him, yet he is actually not far from each of us. That's what a beautiful promise, that God is not far from each one of us. As we seek him, we will find him. And so be blessed, my friends, and I will speak to you soon as we too follow the footsteps of Paul and we go to Corinth.